have a chance to repeat and get to do it against the best. It's something special, and I'm excited for the opportunity.
All right, you know he's good. Now I'm going to tell you just how good. Last week, we presented a list of things that would blow your mind about Tom Brady. Well, today, in the interest of equal time, and because the numbers are equally impossible to believe, here comes Patrick Mahomes' personal top 10. Number 10, he has already won 6 playoff games as a Chief. They won 4 in their 48 years before he got there. Number 9, in his first 7 playoff starts, Mahomes has produced 21 touchdowns. Tom Brady produced 9 in his first 7. Number 8, Mahomes averages over 31 points in games that he loses. That is more than Brady's teams have averaged in games that he wins. Number 7, over the last 2 years, Mahomes is 8-1 in games that he trails by 2 scores. That's 88%. All other quarterbacks average 12%. Number 6, Mahomes has never lost an NFL start by more than 1 score. The longest such streak in the sport since at least 1950. The last team to beat him by more than 8 points was Iowa State in 2016. Number 5, Andy Reid's teams scored 30 points in just 4 of his 24 playoff games without Patrick. With him, they've scored 30 in 6 out of 7. The only one he didn't, Mahomes got knocked out in the 3rd quarter. Number 4, Mahomes could have an MVP and 2 titles at the age of 25 if he wins on Sunday. There's only one NFL player ever to do that. It's Emmitt Smith. Number 3, Mahomes averages 308 passing yards per game for his career. No one ever is within 25 yards of that. Number 2, Mahomes has started 3 conference championship games. He's had 3 touchdowns and 0 picks in all 3. No one else has more than 1. And finally, number 1, a reminder of just how young he is. Patrick Mahomes was born the year the movie The Usual Suspects came out and the year Coolio released the song Gangsta's Paradise. Those are the top 10 things you need to know about Patrick Mahomes getting set for this Super Bowl. Ryan Clark, your reaction.
Listen, my reaction is this, man. And, you know, you overreact a little bit, Greeny, and I've been around you a long time. You my dog, you my friend. So I'm just going to do a little bit of it, too, I guess. If Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl with some of the things we've detailed about this game, some of the things that are going against him right now, Patrick Mahomes is in the greatest of all time. It's going to be Tom Brady, and then there's going to be some people next on the list, and it's going to be guys like Joe Montana and John Elway that's going to be included in that, and Patrick Mahomes should be there. And I know people who love Breeze and who love Aaron Rodgers are going to say, but they played longer, they did more, but they are not as great as Patrick Mahomes. If Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl, has the Lombardi in his hand, and on the microphone goes, you know what? This is it. I'm walking out. If he drops the mic, if he sexual chocolates off of the stage, guess what? Patrick Mahomes is going to the Hall of Fame. That's how impressive this 3-year run has been. That's how much he has accomplished. That's how dominant the Kansas City Chiefs have been with Patrick Mahomes as quarterback. Remember, guys, there was no maturation process. There was no need for growth. From the time we watched him take a snap for the Kansas City Chiefs, he was the best quarterback in football, and that has not changed. If he wins this, it's not going to be a discussion of if he can be an all-time great. He is right now an all-time great.
I like it. Dominique Foxworth, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, the boy is good. The boy is good, to continue with coming to America references. And yeah, he's fantastic at everything. That first start in 2018, he threw for 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. That was his introduction to the NFL world. 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He is outstanding, and there's nothing that we figured out that he can't do well. He does everything exceptionally well. Against the blitz, against pressure, he's better than most everyone else. He runs the ball well. He's accurate. He throws on and off platform. The man is adroit at every possible thing that you would need to be to play the quarterback position. And I think, again, back to Coming to America, he probably would have played really well actor in that episode of That's My Mama. That is my favorite part, and that is why Patrick Mahomes is almost perfect.
Nico, what do you see when you watch him play? You played obviously with one of the greatest of all time, and you've seen so many. What are you seeing as you watch Patrick Mahomes?
We going to Coming America again? He good. He real good. I mean, come on now.
I love it.
I mean, when that boy good. He's real good. You know, like he is good. Like and he's not just good. I mean, we know Patrick Mahomes is great. And when we watch him and the things that he's able to do, you watch last year's Super Bowl and the comebacks in the playoffs, he has that little thing that you can't really teach that. Like, he's got it. And that factor comes in these games that when you're down, you're not really out. And Patrick Mahomes, the things that he's been able to do since he came into the NFL, just like RC says, he is an all-time great now. If he doesn't play again, he is an all-time great. And his career at this point, he's going to continue to improve and get better, and he's going to change as he gets older. And it's going to be great to watch. I mean, it's awesome for football. It's awesome for the game. But, I mean, look, the kid's great, and he's young. He's got a long way to go. So I can't wait to see his progress.
In theory, he should be getting better. Graziano, it's an interesting question. If he were to, and no one is suggesting that this is on the table, but if he were to, as RC just said, announce his retirement after winning this Super Bowl on Sunday, it's probably the three greatest, well, not probably, it would be the three greatest seasons any quarterback has ever had. Would he make it into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, it's hard to forecast that because the Pro Football Hall of Fame selection process is a kind of a mess, and there's always a conversation, and sometimes when you don't even think there should be one. I think I'm like Rob. I can't wait to watch the rest of this guy's career, but I mean, to be an all-time great, you have to endure, right? You have to do it over a period of time. What he's doing is all-time great stuff, and he's doing more at this age than other guys who won early, right? Than Brady, than Russell Wilson, guys who had teams around them that could sort of carry them while they were young players developing into a time when they would be the man who could put the team on their back and take them there. He's already that. So he's set up to be in this conversation. And I think it's wonderful to watch, and I hope he gets there. But, I mean, year 4, year 3 as a starter, I think we can just enjoy this.
Of course we can.
I'm not a wet blanket. I'm a reasonable person.
We are trying to quantify just what exactly it is that we are seeing, and I don't think it's overstating it to say it's something we've never seen before. Gale Sayers is in the Hall of Fame, the late, great Gale Sayers, whom we just lost. He played 68 games in his NFL career. RC, go.
There's no sticky buns for Dan. That's first and foremost. But I want y'all to think about this. We all know that I would sit here before the show and watch The Last Dance on repeat on my iPad. We know how I feel about Michael Jordan. Patrick Mahomes is both Michael Jordans. And here's the bike. And I'm not talking about the Wizards Michael Jordan. He doesn't live to me. I'm talking about Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan, right? From the time we saw Michael Jordan, when he averaged 27 points in his rookie year, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, all these folks knew he was the best player in the league. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes. From the time we saw him, he was the best player in the league. Here's the difference. And Greeny covered Michael Jordan. When you got to those 6 finals, right? When you got to those 6 championships, there was never a time where you were a fan of the Bulls or an enemy of the Bulls or an opponent of the Bulls where you didn't think Michael Jordan was going to show up. You cannot tell me when we watch Patrick Mahomes that there is ever a time where they're down by 2 scores, where they need a big play late in the game, where we don't think that Patrick Mahomes is going to show up. And he's done all of these things in 3 years. He's been the best dude we've ever seen, and he's been the most clutch dude we've ever seen at one time. Right? He didn't have to grow into that. It wasn't, let's win with Adam Vinatieri and let's have a great coach and let's have these defensive stalwarts and Tom, you just do your thing. It was, nah, Pat, we about to roll this football out on the field for you and you go win it. And he's done that. And he's done that at a level like we've never seen, and with style and with grace and with creativity. He is an all-time great. And when he wins this and he can put that other Lombardi trophy on his podium, now he has more hardware to say it. There are dudes who've played 2 decades, the Breezes and the Rodgers, who I don't think of as highly as I think of this dude. And this Super Bowl will solidify that for me.
He has literally had a QBR of under 50 one game in his entire career, and they won that game by 3 touchdowns. He's literally never had a bad game. Go ahead, Dan.
I know, and everything you guys are saying is right, and I'm enjoying it as much as you are. I can enjoy it without saying, oh, we got to put him in the greatest of all time conversation, because I want to watch and see that happen. I want to see how he gets past all these other guys on this list. And I would think if I'm on a panel with people who played in the NFL twice as long or more than twice as long as this guy has played in the NFL, there would be at least a little bit of respect for the importance of longevity. Just a little bit.
That's where the respect comes from.
No,
that's where the respect for for what he's done come from because we've
so
done
hard.
it. And we've seen people try to do it. We've been out there watching, and we ain't never seen anything like this. So, I mean, that's all it comes
I
down
hope
to.
we're still having
just-
this conversation
ever.
5-10 years from now.
Forever.
I can't wait.
It is a reason. Look, Dan's not wrong. Obviously, longevity is a part of it, but I think it is a testament to just how good he is that this is something unlike anything. Like what you're saying would apply in every other case that I've ever seen in my life covering sports. But with this one guy, it might not be hyperbole to say in these 3 years, he has made himself one of the greatest players of all time. All right, take a quick break.
Bringing up Rocky Marciano. We don't need Rocky Marciano in this conversation, Dan.
Joe Louis was 137 years old when they fought.